Hi there, and welcome to our series, Letters from John. It's about the epistles of John 1, 2, and 3, and we want to welcome you. This series is designed for groups of all sizes, and my name is Pastor Bob Wilk from Word of Life Fellowship in Miwok, California, and I'm also the pastor and overseer of Spirit School of Ministry. And so I just want to welcome you to this series. Hope you join in and jump in and present it to your churches, your places, wherever you're at, and have a wonderful time through it. The goals of this series is really to gather around and have a unified subject. So we're going to be concentrating on the subject of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. So that's easy, right? And it's really also an outlet. It's designed to be an outlet for what God gives you. So when you come to your group and you're discussing the 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, you're able to bring really what God spoke to you as you went to read these chapters, and that's really critical in this study. And thirdly, and it's really part of God. So that you can fellowship together, because it's really great to fellowship with people around the Word of God and around your, wherever you happen to gather. The structure of all this is very simple. Each week or every time you meet, you'll come ready. You would read a chapter in First John, and and just go from there. And and actually before you gather, you'd want to read this, and you might read it while you gather also. So what you will see each week is a very short video from me that's describing some things that I've gotten out of each of those chapters, and with some seed questions also. And all of that's provided for you, so that you can have robust discussions in your groups and really dig deep into the Word of God. Like I like to say, really the deep end of the swimming pool. That's up on you, not on me. So finally, there's also this outcome that we want to have. And there is an academic outcome that will come of this. I completely understand that. But we're also hoping and praying and looking forward to an inspirational outcome that will come of it too. Because it's easy to have head knowledge, but not really God knowledge, if you know what I'm saying. Also, it's not designed to have a bunch of conflict in your groups, in your gatherings. It's really so that you'll come together in unity of the faith and seize on what you really believe. So with that, I want to introduce you a little to this wonderful man of God, an extraordinary man of God for that matter, and that was the Apostle John. In this condition here, by the way, in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, I like to think of him more as Pastor John, because he's actually writing to a specific church in many, at least this is what church history tells us, and that is the church at Ephesus. And so this is a tremendous guy. And by the way, he's probably one of the closest friends of Jesus. Think about that. Jesus had close friends. Yeah. And hopefully you are all one of those. On top of that, John authored 5 books of the Bible, and some of are just phenomenally incredible books, including Revelation. And this man was a tremendous man. And think about it. He lived to be really old, and during that time, he got to experience a lot of things during his time here on Earth. Some of them were real hard things, and but through all of that, remember, this man was probably boiled in oil by a really nasty king. This man, after he didn't die from being boiled in oil, got sent to an island called Patmos for a long, long time. And these books probably were written when he came out of that time of prison and was about to write and go visit his churches again in Ephesus. And so, there's a tremendous amount of things going here, but the overreaching, and I want to really stress this to you, the overreaching component of these books is the theme of love. And this is John, this friend of Jesus, this lover of Jesus, and how critical, I would like to say, during the times we're in this present day, when the love of many really fails, how critical this book is to you and I today. And as we dive into it together, there's a lot of things that John's going to be covering. I hope you really tear into it wholeheartedly as we go into this study together. And there's another underlying situation that goes on through these books, and that's this thing called Gnosticism. And Gnostics are very interesting people. They're kind of word people, they're logos people, they are kind of a fake Jesus people in many ways. They don't believe in this actual deity of Jesus, and we're going to discuss that more as we break into these scriptures. But they are really head knowledge people. And I pray that as we enter into this time, that we won't be head knowledge people, that we'll be God knowledge people. So come on in, join us.